After 50, the difference between breezing through the airport and standing there while an officer empties your bag onto a cold metal table. That isn't decided at security. It's decided the night before, at your kitchen table, by what you choose to put in that carry-on. And I'll be straight with you, because that's the whole point around here. I'm not going to hand you another cookie-cutter checklist you've already seen 100 times. Some of these 10 things can save your whole trip, your health, your money, your peace of mind. And some of the stuff you're packing right this minute, things you are dead certain are just fine, will get you pulled out of line in 2026 under rules that quietly changed while nobody was watching. So here's the deal. 10 things every traveler over 50 should always pack, and 7 that will stop you cold at security. Number 3 on the packing list is the one folks our age forget the most and regret the hardest. And that first item on the security list? Good chance it's sitting in your bag as we speak. Let's get into it. Quick, honest note before we start. This is general travel guidance to help you ask better questions, not medical or legal advice. Anything to do with your prescriptions or your health, that's a talk for you and your own doctor. All right, what to always pack. Number 1, your medications. And not the way most people do it. Bring every prescription in its original, labeled bottle. Not a weekly pill organizer, not a sandwich bag. The actual bottle with your name on it. Pack enough for the whole trip plus 3 or 4 spare days, in case a storm or a cancelled flight strands you. And here's the move most people miss. Split them between 2 bags, so one lost suitcase never leaves you without your heart pills in a strange city. Add a printed list of what you take and a short note from your doctor. That little piece of paper has ended more trouble at more borders than just about anything I know. Which brings me to the thing you'd grab if the power went out. Number 2, paper copies of your documents. Your passport, your travel insurance, and 1 emergency contact. Printed on actual paper, tucked in your bag. And a photo of each on your phone, too. Here's why paper wins. Your phone dies at the exact worst moment. In the security line, at the rental counter, at 2 in the morning in a country where you don't speak the language. The traveler with a paper copy stays calm. The one staring at a black screen does not. Costs you a few sheets of printer paper. Now, the one people regret most. Number 3, compression socks. This is the item folks our age skip and wish they hadn't. On any flight over about 4 hours, sitting still in that cramped seat, blood pools in your legs. And after 50, that matters more. Good compression socks gently squeeze from the ankle up and keep the blood moving. C. And the American Heart Association says these help reduce swelling and the risk of a silent clot on long flights. But they're really aimed at folks with added risk factors, not some magic shield for everyone. And whatever you do, don't pop an aspirin thinking it prevents clots on a plane. The guidelines say plainly it does not. If you've got any history of clots, that's a conversation with your doctor before you fly. But for most of us on a long haul, a $10 pair of socks and a walk up the aisle every couple of hours is cheap insurance and a whole lot less swelling. Now, the little gadget that just got a brand new rulebook. Number 4, a portable charger, a power bank. Your phone is your map, your boarding pass, your camera, and your lifeline, and it always dies at 60% right when you need it, so you carry a backup. But listen close, because this is where 2026 bit a lot of people. That power bank can only ride in your carry-on, never your checked bag. Keep it under 100 watt-hours. You can carry 2, not a drawer full. Keep it where the crew can see it, in the seat pocket or your personal item, not the overhead bin. And here's the new one that catches everybody. You can use it to charge your phone, but you cannot recharge the power bank itself off the plane's outlet in flight. Pack it, but pack it by the new rules. Speaking of what speaks for you. Number 5, a simple medical information card. Just an index card, really. Your conditions, your medications and doses, your allergies, your blood type if you know it, and a name and number to call. Tuck it in your wallet behind your ID, because if something happens to you in an airport or on a plane, and at our age, we plan for that calmly instead of pretending it can't. That little card talks to the paramedics when you can't. It's the most powerful thing in your wallet, and it costs you a pen and 2 minutes. Now, the free one that saves your body. Number 6, an empty water bottle. Bring it through security empty. That's the whole trick. Then fill it at a fountain on the other side. Airplane cabins are drier than most deserts, and dehydration is what leaves you foggy, cramped, and worn out when you land. And it's part of what raises that clot risk we just talked about. A water bottle you refill for free beats a $7 terminal soda and a headache at 35,000 feet. Just keep it empty until you're through the checkpoint, or it becomes item number 1 on our security list. You'll see. Now, the one your eyes will thank you for. Number 7. A spare pair of glasses, or at the very least, a photo of your prescription. If you wear readers, pack a backup, because the day you lose your only pair is the day you can't read the gate board, the departure screen, or the dinner menu, and you spend the whole trip squinting. And if you wear contacts, bring your glasses for the flight itself. That dry cabin air turns contacts into sandpaper on a long overnight. A backup pair weighs nothing and saves the trip from a blur. Now, the one that saves you when the airline loses your bag. Number 8. One full change of clothes in your carry-on. Not your checked bag. Your carry-on, the one that never leaves your side. Underwear, a shirt, whatever you need to feel like a human being for a day. Because bags get delayed and bags get lost, and you do not want to be hunting for socks and a toothbrush in a strange town at midnight after a 10-hour travel day. This one rule turns a lost luggage disaster into a mild inconvenience. Now, comfort, which after 50 is not a luxury. Number 9, your comfort and mobility kit. A light layer, a zip jacket or a shawl, because that cabin will swing from a sauna to a meat locker and back again. A neck pillow, so you don't land with a crick that takes 3 days to work out. And if you use a cane, a walker, or any mobility aid, bring it and use it. Here's the good news most folks don't know. Mobility aids fly free and never count against your baggage. There is no prize for toughing out a mile-long terminal on tired knees. Approved luggage lock and a tracker. The lock lets security open and re-lock your bag without cutting it off. A regular padlock, they'll just snap it. And a small tracker, the kind that talks to your phone, tucked deep inside your suitcase, means that when the airline swears your bag is on its way, you can glance at your phone and tell them exactly which airport it's actually sitting in. That flips the whole conversation in your favor. For a few dollars, you stop being at their mercy. Quick question before we roll into the second half. If you've been flying for years, what's the one thing you never leave home without? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and some of the best tips I know came from folks just like you down there. Now, the 7 things that'll stop you cold at security. We're counting down to the number 1 offender, the one most folks are carrying right now without a clue. Number 7. Sharp stuff you forgot you owned. The little scissors in your toiletry kit over about 4 inches, a pocket knife you've carried so long you forgot it's in there, a multi-tool with a blade, a straight razor. None of it flies in your carry-on. Check the small pockets of that bag you haven't fully emptied since your last trip. That's exactly where it hides. Now, the one people carry for safety. Number 6. Self-defense items. That little can of pepper spray or mace some folks carry for peace of mind. Not allowed in your carry-on, full stop. Same with certain torchlighters. I understand wanting to feel safe, but it comes out of the bag at the checkpoint, and it can turn a 2-minute screening into a long conversation. Leave it home, or check the airline's rules first. Now, the one that surprises the health-conscious crowd. Number 5. Powders over 12 ounces. This one catches people off guard. Any powder-like substance bigger than 12 ounces. A large protein powder, powdered supplements, even a big tub of ground coffee you're bringing as a gift. Gets pulled out into its own bin, and if the officer can't clear it, it goes in the trash. Baby formula and medically necessary powders are exempt. Under 12 ounces, you're fine. Over it, expect a stop, or just put it in your checked bag. Now, the one that changed the most this year. Number 4. A power bank in your checked bag. We covered this on the packing side, but it stops so many people it earns a spot here, too. Spare batteries and power banks are banned from checked luggage. They have to ride in the cabin with you. And in 2026, the cabin rules tightened. Under 100 watt-hours, no more than 2, kept visible and within reach, and no recharging the bank itself in flight. Pack by last year's habits, and you're the one holding up the line. Now, the one that can land you in real trouble overseas. Number 3. Medications loose in an unlabeled organizer. Here at home, that weekly pill case is usually fine. But the moment you cross a border, it's a different world. D. Prescriptions are flat out illegal in countries like Japan, even with your prescription. An officer who finds unlabeled pills can hold you up for hours. So keep them in the original bottle, carry that doctor's note, and check the rules of the country you're headed to. This is the boring little step that keeps a vacation from turning into a nightmare. Now, the one that stops you before you even reach the scanner. Number 2, an ID that isn't real ID compliant. Since May 7th of 2025, to fly inside the United States, you need a real ID. That's the license with the little star up in the top corner. Or another accepted ID like a valid passport. A standard license with no star or an expired one, and you are not getting through that checkpoint, even for a flight within your own state. Go look at your license tonight. No star? V. Appointment, or just fly with your passport as backup. Don't let a piece of plastic ground you at the gate. And now, the number one thing that stops more travelers than anything else on this list. Number 1, oversized liquids, and that innocent bottle of water. Here it is, the one you're probably carrying right now. S Airport in 2026. Liquids in containers of 3.4 ounces or less, all zipped into one clear quart-size bag. And here's the part that gets everybody. It's the size of the container that counts, not how much is left in it. That almost empty full-size shampoo? Gone. The full-size sunscreen, the nice cologne, the good hand cream? Pulled and tossed. And more than 100 million people a year forget the simplest one of all, a full water bottle. That's exactly why I told you to bring yours empty. Empty it before the line, fill it after, and you sail right through. Now, before you go, let me give you the honest twist, because half the packing advice online is already out of date, and this is exactly what sets us apart. There is one thing that used to stop every single traveler, and now doesn't: your shoes. As of July 8th, 2025, you no longer have to take your shoes off at security. Any age, every airport across the country. An officer can still ask you to slip them off if the scanner flags something or your soles are packed with metal, so wear something easy just in case. But all those old checklists telling you to pack slip-on shoes just to yank them off in line? Out of date. That right there is the difference between advice that's current and advice that's just been repeated for 20 years. So there's your real list. 10 things that protect your health, your money, and your sanity, and 7 that'll stop you cold if you don't know the new rules. None of this is about fear. It's about being the calm, ready traveler who breezes through while everybody else is repacking their bag on a cold metal table. Do it once, do it right, and you'll wonder why you ever traveled any other way. If this saved you a headache or a few dollars, it costs you nothing to subscribe, and it keeps these coming your way. And before you zip that bag shut, watch this one next. The green suitcase and the red suitcase, exactly what to carry on, and the everyday things that get pulled aside at the terminal. It's right here.